And starting your day off with that routine, particularly the affirmations and the vision, for me, has been so powerful in jumping into my day and knowing that I'm in the right place, I'm the right person, who I am, the truth about myself, no matter what the world's going to tell me when I enter the day. Second one is spiritual habits. And so for me, this is super, super important. So my lens in my world is I'm a Christian. I believe that Jesus came to die for my sins because I'm a sinner. That's the only way I get to go to heaven. And because of that, then I believe in his teachings through the Bible. And if that is ultimately why I feel like I've been put on this earth, why wouldn't I devote time every single day to learn more about that? Just this morning, I was reading devotional, and it's just so applicable to everything that we do. But it talked about how when Jesus was on earth, he was bound by the same 24 hours that we all get, right? We all only get 24 hours, and we got to figure out how to fit everything in life. And he did some pretty incredible things in 33 years on earth with the same 24 hours. Like, he was younger than me when he was done. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, why was he able to be so effective with his 33 years? And it was because he knew what his mission was. He knew why he was here. And so he got to be super intentional with every little detail in his day that made it the most effective use of his 33 years on earth. So for me, prayer, devotionals, super important. One of the other habits that I have around this that aligns me with my why and my purpose is that every morning before I start my day, I go through my calendar, right? And you guys got your calendars where you're like, here's all the people I'm meeting with today, right? And I actually pray for every single person that if I know who it is, I prayed for you guys all this morning that this would be an effective use of your time, that you would learn something from this, that you would be able to move closer to building your best life. Now, I didn't know all your names, but if I know their names, I'm going to pray for them by name. And the power of going into all of my events for the day with this mindset where there's some controversial events I go into and some conflict-riddled events, but I know that I've already prayed for the best for that person for the day. That sets off the tone of that meeting in such a powerful, aligning way that it's pretty hard to get stressed out during those, right? Your capacity is really, really high at the end of that. And then finally is intellectual, right? And you see how these weave together, right? Reading, thinking. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button below so that you know every time I upload a new video so you can be encouraged and equipped to build your best life. When it comes to intellectual habits of thinking, right, the thoughts that we put in our mind are going to determine the beginning of our day. How many of you guys have read Miracle Morning? Yeah, a lot of you guys. All right, awesome. How many of you guys are savers every day? Couple of you? Yeah, a few of you. What is silence, affirmation, vision, exercise, reading, scribing, writing your notes. I hate that part. That's why I didn't remember it. And I am not great at this, but I just gave you all the life hacks or stupid things I do, whatever one you want to call them. How many of you guys ever get on the airplane and you're like, I'm not going to pay for the Wi-Fi, or the Wi-Fi ran out, or it's not working, and you're on your phone, I'm like, I can't do anything, it's connected, and you're like, oh, let me look at my notes and scroll through my notes and read all. Does anyone else do that? Nobody? I take all of my, okay, one person, great. All right. So I've got all of my notes are on my notes file on my iPhone. And I actually have purposely do this now because I find myself every time I'm on an airplane, bored. And so I'm like, let me go back and read. So yesterday I was flying over here. It was a 2.5 hour flight. And I was like, I only want to buy 2 hours of internet. Why am I this cheap? I don't get it. And so the last 30 minutes we're coming into Boise, and I'm like, well, let me look at the notes. And so I'm looking, and I found all my notes for the beginning of this year when I did Miracle Morning for 40 days straight. And I had all of, what did I read? What were my affirmations? What was my vision for this year? And I was like, yes, I need to go back and start doing that. And starting your day off with that routine, particularly the affirmations and the vision, for me, has been so powerful in jumping into my day and knowing that I'm in the right place, I'm the right person, who I am, the truth about myself, no matter what the world's going to tell me when I enter the day. Because you get a lot of negative thoughts all day long when your clients don't do, your prospects don't do, the other realtor on the other side of the transaction blows up your deal. A lot of negativity that is overcome. You've got the capacity to handle that stress as it's rising because you know who you are, you're confident who you are, and you know where you're going.